On your screen now for the WTWO News app.
The Wabash Valley's only lifestyle and entertainment show with your host, Julie Henricks. This is Good Day Live.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. Coming up on today's show, Team Green Law joins us. If you slip and fall, we've got some advice for you in our Counsel's Corner. We've also got tips today on how to refresh your home for fall. Our lifestyle expert Kelly Edwards going to join us with some new gadgets you might want to try. And also, we'll talk about a young girl fulfilling her greatest dream of being surrounded by horses. And no other place that would be better than the Kentucky Derby. We'll explain that story later in the show. But first today, in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're looking at one woman's need to connect to her roots, how it has earned her some sweet national recognition, too. Here's Abby Dodge.
Marissa Tapia Yancarelli has been grinding towards her passion for years.
Mainly because I'm very selfish and I wanted to have a really good taco. And so it's like, that's how we really started.
2 years ago, we first shared Marissa's story with our community. After dumping more hard work into their product, they now have a bigger space for more tortillas.
It's fun to just watch the business grow organically.
Marissa's connection to tortillas starts with what it's made from: corn.
The biggest thing for us that is so meaningful is that corn was there before the conquistadors and corn was after.
Growing up in Sonora, Mexico, she had fresh tortillas each night. She had trouble satisfying her cravings stateside, so she created her own for the whole world to enjoy.
Can kind of taste through my nose the sweetness of it.
Almost like the corn was just cooked in your house, you know, and that scent is almost sweet to it, you know, it's very earthy.
When you started this passion project, did you think I'm setting out to go get a James Beard nomination?
No. No, it really started with a hand crank at home, just trying to do a tortilla that resembled my home.
Despite receiving a nomination for Outstanding Baker, she's chasing the tastes of home, not an award.
That's something innate in me that I just want to make sure that we're always making the best thing possible.
The difference between Yoli tortillas and others in the market is how fresh these are. The tortillas made today will be eaten at restaurants tonight.
But as a Mexican, that's part of just overall our ethos, is just eat what you have around you, make the best out of it, and share it with the family. So I think that for me, like, being able to do this day in and day out, I'm just very lucky.
Almost as lucky as the people who taste her tortillas.
I almost felt like I could smell those corn tortillas as I was watching the story. All right, coming up, what do you do if you slip and fall and someone else truly is at fault? Team Green Law will answer that question coming up. And later, we'll award a brand new Teacher of the Month, so stay with us for details on the winner.
Brampton Brick, building patriotism for future generations.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to Heritage Animal Hospital. For over 43 years, we have offered everything to help your pet stay happy and healthy. With more than 100 years of combined experience, our on-site veterinarians have the expertise to help treat your pets. Our boarding facility has plenty of room to keep your pet cozy while you're away. Use our convenient drive-thru for drop-off and pickup or to grab your pet's medication. And our retail store has exactly what your pet needs, from toys to healthy treats. Heritage Animal Hospital with 2 convenient locations.
Hey, Wabash Valley, at Finzel's Master Tech, we know you're ready to hit the road this summer. Schedule your vehicle inspection today with Finzel's Master Tech to keep your vehicle safe this traveling season. Car problem? We fix it.
This is Valley Ag Today with your host, Tom McClanahan. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McClanahan for Valley Ag Today, and we're talking to Howard Brown of the Line IFS. And this is an interesting point of the environment in which we all live and the importance of agriculture in that.
Oh, you bet. And agriculture is important to the environment in so many ways. And one would be the possible place where we can take some of that carbon dioxide or the global warming gases out of the atmosphere and do our contribution to make the world a better place.
And you talked about nitrogen being an important part of this.
You bet. And a lot of people you'll hear talk about carbon and carbon dioxide, but nitrogen is 300 times more potent to the global warming gas than carbon dioxide. And frankly, a lot of nitrogen probably surfaces from agriculture. So right now, if we start focusing on how we can better manage nitrogen, both from an economic and an environmental point of view, everybody will benefit.
And this is something that is ongoing in the agricultural community, correct?
You bet. We have a lot of work to go forward, but since nitrogen is second greatest input cost, anything we do to improve the use of the nitrogen is going to benefit the economy for the farmer, as well as minimize the global warming gases.
So another look at global warming and how agriculture is a very important player in it. Howard, thank you, and thank you for joining us on this edition of Valley Ag Today.
We're ready to get out this summer, and there's so many fairs and festivals in the Wabash Valley. The best place to start looking is on mywabashvalley.com. Find the complete list of fairs and festivals near you and start planning your summer adventure today. Presented by C-Bar-C Expo Center.
Counsel's Corner, brought to you by Team Green Law. For you, with you.
It is that time again to talk about legal things, and the man that can do it all is with us today. R.T. Green, thanks so much for being here.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me back.
Well, we just know that you have a lot of great advice for a lot of viewers out there. We've already tackled the topic of motorcycle accidents last time you were here. Today we're going to talk about something that might affect more people, and that's a slip and fall injury. So let me first of all ask, if somebody out there either themselves has had one or knows someone, what are the ways that you all can support a client in a slip and fall injury?
Well, the big thing about a slip and fall is trying to get the information as quick as we can, okay? And the reason being is if they fall, say, for example, at a big box store, those folks come out and they start taking information, and in many instances, the person hurt is not taking that information because they're hurt, because the adrenaline is pumping. So it's nice and as quick as you can get somebody involved legally, along with, if you're with a friend or whatever, taking some photographs, trying to keep track of the information that needs to be collected. It's unlike, say, you had a car collision. Police officer shows up, starts taking the information, and so you don't have to start from ground zero. You have some information on what the other party, what may have happened, have witnesses. Whereas if you do a slip and fall, in many instances, that information is not immediately available to you, the injured party.
You know, it's funny because I think we don't, so many of us don't think like this because we all want to help someone. We all want to take care of people.
Absolutely.
And realistically, in that moment, you're not thinking about the repercussions down the road.
Which is not unusual.
Sure.
Quite frankly, it's unusual if somebody starts taking that information. Usually, though, what you can is, at least after the fact, you might have somebody come back to take some information. You might have somebody to come back and ask, is there an incident report? Who do I see about this? And my friend has hurt themselves, and you go from there.
Sure.
That's the reason why we encourage people at that particular point in time, if you're at that point, please give us a call. You need to get a lawyer involved to start collecting that information, particularly if you're hurt rather seriously. That is, broken bones, all of a sudden you've got a problem, maybe a pre-existing problem that's now active again.
Sure.
And so you're thinking long term at that particular point in time and need some assistance.
So what do you think are the most common situations like this? I mean, what do you see most frequently when it comes to slips and falls?
Well, first things when a lawyer thinks about when you were to give me a call, say I slipped and fell, I want to know where your classification. What do you mean classification? Classification, there are 3 classifications of people that come upon someone else's land. There is the business invitee or the social guest. There is the licensee that comes on because of convenience, of curiosity, or entertainment to somebody's land. land, and then there's the trespasser. There was without permission of the landowner, and the duty owed to you or by is dependent upon the class of person that you are entering the land. So in the instance of the big box store, you're going in, you're asked to come in, you're invited to come in. So in that situation, the owner owes you a duty to protect you from harm. And that includes even activity that occurs on the property at that particular point in time. So I know when I start my investigation, that person has a greater duty to you, the injured party. It then steps down, if you're a licensee, it steps down when you're a trespasser. If you're a trespasser and this person did not, the owner of land did not intend to hurt you, I can't do much for you.
Sure. So there's a lot of variables.
Exactly.
And this is why legal advice is so important. Now, how do people reach you in this situation if they've had an accident?
Well, obviously, through the internet, we could do that on our website, teamgreenwall.com. Teamgreenwall.com. I get that right, I hope, anyway. And the phone number is 812-234-2369. 812-234-2369. Just call, because it never hurts to call. It never hurts to have a consult in these situations, because you might be entitled to damages. Well, we don't get paid until you get paid. So you can talk all you want to with us, and we can give you what we consider the appropriate advice, and then you make a decision whether you want to get us involved or not. If you make the decision not to get involved, you owe us nothing. If you make the decision to get us involved, that's fine. We don't get paid until you get paid. So it doesn't cost you anything other than we will ask that you're being honest, we ask that you cooperate, and we ask that you be patient. If you can give us those three things, we can take care of you.
Well, there you go. Thanks so much for coming in.
All right.
It's another great segment, and we are going to continue these each month, so we hope you'll join us with our Counsel's Corner next month.
News Nation is a way of looking at America. It is about common cause and concern. It's you, it's me, it's we. That is a nation. That's News Nation.
Layton's Refrigeration offers the highest level of customer service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Josh Layton with Layton's Refrigeration from Clinton, Indiana. We've been the highest rated customer care dealer in Indiana for 2 years in a row. Big or small, we do it all.
Save money and call Layton's Refrigeration today, 765-832-2561. Your proud, independent American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning customer care dealer.
Centurion Health is a leading national provider of health care and behavioral health services to incarcerated, justice-involved, and other special populations. Centurion's talented team of nursing professionals provides extraordinary care in correctional and government settings nationwide. To learn more about our correctional nursing opportunities in the state of Indiana, contact Kate at teamcenturion.com or call 843-492-0484. Centurion is an equal opportunity employer.
232-2869. Gates and roofing and siding. 232-2869. In downtown Terre Haute. With pace and quality, our work is superior. We bring out the beauty of your home's exterior. 232-2869. Gates and roofing and siding.
Since 1950.
Hi everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jesse Walker. Every Wednesday we're going to feature local elementary school students asking me their weather questions. You can find Weather Wednesday on WTWO and WAWV.
Brought to you by Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank.
Hi, I'm Tom McClanahan, inviting you to join me for Valley Ag Today on WTWO and WAWV, a series that focuses on educating the Wabash Valley on the advances of agriculture and the impact it has on our local communities. We'll show you the latest in farming technology, education, and even local farming families. Valley Ag Today, every weekday on WTWO and WAWV. Brought to you by these fine businesses.
It's time for us to award another Teacher of the Month to a hardworking Wabash Valley educator. And this month, our winner is from Lost Creek Elementary.
Mrs. Morrison, on behalf of First Farmers Bank and Trust and WTWO, you are our Teacher of the Month. Congratulations. So you and the school get $250 to do whatever you want for your classrooms and everything. There you go, right? Yeah.
She is a wonderful teacher. When you go into her classroom, there's a lot of hear, see, do. So students actually get to, hear instructions. They see how to do it, and then they actually get to participate. I think it's loving that curriculum. It's being willing to make that curriculum come to life. We have outstanding educators in Vigo County, so we're very blessed in our community.
I was completely shocked, flabbergasted, actually, to use a word that I have on my exciting words wall. That was just such a surprise. Right now, my kids are reading like crazy, and so I think I'll probably use some of it for books. This means so much to me, and that you took the time to do this for me, and I just truly appreciate it. Thank you.
We're still getting hundreds of nominations every month. And, I think the teachers are even more excited. Being able to see these teachers be surprised and happy and know that, their hard work and dedication is appreciated is great. The bank is still happy to be doing this every single month, and, we'll keep looking to do more for our teachers and our communities and our schools as well.
Awesome. Congratulations to Mrs. Morrison. And by the way, Linda Biggs, one of the best principals in Vigo County schools. We know there's a lot of deserving teachers out there. If you want to nominate someone, a teacher or administrator, you just have to visit mywabashvalley.com. You'll find the Teacher of the Month under our contest tab. Next on Good Day Live, lifestyle and design expert Kelly Edwards with some fall updates for our homes.
Hi, I'm John Stewart. I've been at Wabash Valley Children's Dentistry for 16 years. My philosophy is personal care with a personal touch. I want to always make time to sit down with each and every child and their parent to come up with the best treatment plan possible.
One thing I really love about working for Dr. Stewart is that he's accepting of all types of patients. We see and our doors are wide open to children with special needs, no matter what type of conditions they may have and what type of insurance they have.
Announcing the all-new Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Come see a complete lineup of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, all in one great location. View our new and pre-owned bargains and service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Faulkner, and your complete satisfaction is our #1 goal. Please come see us today at Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois.
Ready to get out this summer, and there's so many fairs and festivals in the Wabash Valley. The best place to start looking is on mywabashvalley.com. Find the complete list of fairs and festivals near you and start planning your summer adventure today. Presented by C-Bar-C Expo Center.
I'm Dana Winklepleck from WTWO. News happens every day in the Wabash Valley, and WTWO gives you the most comprehensive news coverage, doing our very best to keep you informed. We also know you may not be near a TV when news happens. The best way to stay up to date is by downloading our WTWO News app. Check out the app for weather updates and get custom notifications of the news that matters to you.
Brought to you by Dorset Automotive.
After an accident, you can feel overwhelmed and alone. Team Green Law works for you, guiding you through the personal injury process of the recovery you deserve. And with you, focusing on your case so you can focus on healing. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
It's Weather Wednesday with Chief Meteorologist Jesse Walker.
Hey Jesse, what's the difference of a typhoon and a hurricane?
Hey Carter, that's a great question, and it really has to do with location. Any tropical type system that forms in the Atlantic basin, what you see here, we would call that a hurricane. However, if a storm forms in the Pacific basin near, say, the Philippines or Japan, we call it a typhoon. So they're the same thing, just a different part of the world.
Brought to you by Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank.
Crisp, and it means it's time to get prepared for this season that we're in. Lifestyle and design expert Kelly Edwards is on hand with us today. She's got some tips and tricks to get our homes in order. Kelly, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
You know, a clean house starts in the laundry room. So let's get started with stepping up that laundry game, shall we?
Absolutely. And you're totally right. It starts in the laundry room, especially in the fall with all the kids going back to school. We have all those clothes, that sports equipment, all that stuff. So yes, let's start there with the washer and dryer. Now, I am joined today by LG. They have their amazing smart front load washer and dryer pair, built-in intelligence, elegant, sleek, as you can see, will look great at any laundry room. It actually uses artificial intelligence. So it senses the load size, the fabric, and the level of soiling. It also has a smart pairing feature. So what this means is it recommends a dry cycle based on the wash cycle, and it actually knows your most used cycles, so you can quickly set your favorites. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the washing machine uses a turbo wash 360 technology, so you can do large loads in 29 minutes. It also uses a cold wash technology. So basically, this uses cold water and enhanced washing methods to really penetrate deep into those fabrics. Now, obviously, after you use the washing machine, you have to use the dryer, and the dryer uses steam. So it's a turbo steam technology, generates the steam, gets rid of the wrinkles, gets rid of the odors, and it also has a low decibel quiet operation and exclusive soft start regular system that really reduces noise, so it's super quiet. Now, on the flip side of that, LG also has their amazing LG Styler steam closet. Now, this is cool because it sanitizes, it deodorizes, and it dries clothes and other household items. Toss them in, as you can see here. Basically powerful chemical-free true steam technology really does the rest for you. It has a moving hanger system, so it goes around. It reduces allergens and odors, still refreshes those clothes, stuffed animals, bedding, sports equipment, like I just mentioned. Slim design, intuitive LED controls, simple setup. Basically, it's got a plug-and-go design, so it's convenient to use anywhere around your home. And the coolest part is that it is certified asthma and allergy friendly by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation because it reduces 99.9% of the germs, allergens, and bacteria from your fabric. So super great things to have on hand for the fall.
You know, it's funny because I wish someone would invent something that actually folds the clothes. I feel like technology is great, but I'm still having to fold them and match the socks at the end. So when we invent that, I'm in and I'll spend whatever money it takes. Hey, speaking of spending money, you know, it can get expensive when it comes to managing costs and making these purchases. Do you have recommendations in that area?
I do. I love to save money. My first show on HGTV was Design on a Dime, so I absolutely know what it's like to save money and look for the biggest bang for your buck. One way you can do that and still freshen up your home this holiday season is actually with PayPal. Now, PayPal allows you to save, earn rewards, and pay later. They actually have their PayPal Honey mobile and desktop extension. Now, this automatically discovers coupons. It will apply them for you at checkout, and it also finds cashback offers on eligible purchases, so you can shop smart. So everybody out there who loves pumpkin, you can get pumpkin everything this fall. It also has flexibility on your home and seasonal purchases, so pay later with PayPal actually allows you to spread out your payments over a period of time. So I'm talking weeks, maybe months, whatever works for your budget. So before you buy anything, go to PayPal.
And you know, I know that the environment is something that we're all kind of in tune with these days. Do you have any final tips for us? Green tips maybe when it comes to our homes?
I sure do. So I know we talked about cleaning your clothes with the washer and dryer, but now let's talk a little bit about detergent. And you're absolutely right. Not only is the company that I'm going to talk about, they have a fantastic product, but they're also focusing their energy on saving the environment. And this is True Earth. The True Earth is an eco-friendly household cleaning product company. Absolutely love them. They have detergent strips, actually, that make laundry easy as possible. So no more measuring, no more pouring. As you can see here, it's just one strip per load. Each strip is ultra concentrated, hypoallergenic, and really does add a punch of cleaning power. You just toss it into your washing machine. These strips actually include a heavy-duty formula, so it helps remove grease, oil, blood, smoke, whatever it may be. It's basically an easier way to save the environment by using these strips. Now, this company is really committed to preventing that plastic packaging from going into our landfills and waterways. So by using each of these strips, you could actually do your part. And as you can see here, it's just basically a compact packaging. Not only are you saving space on the planet, but you're also saving it in your laundry room as well. So it's not about the size of the detergent, it's about the fight. So you want to go to true.earth to find out more information about this product.
I've heard a lot of good things about that product. When we come back, a young girl's dream to be surrounded by horses. Where did she go? Well, Louisville, Kentucky, of course. That story after the break.
Hey guys, it's Trish from Robinson Sew and Vac, and whether you're a seasoned seamstress or someone who's just learning, we've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Delaney at Robinson Sew and Vac, and we have machines for every budget. We have machines for quilting classes, embroidery, and for quilting.
Hi, I'm Carl Wilson here in Robinson, and we have sewing machines starting at $129. We have a sewing machine for everyone, including used machines and vacuum cleaners.
Hi, I'm Brian Dorsett. And I'm Brandon Dorsett. So come on down to the Dorset Automotive Auto Park. 10 acres of vehicles. Check out our Nissans, Hyundais, and Mitsubishis, as well as our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that come with a 150,000-mile powertrain warranty. We also service all makes and models at both of our service locations on US 41 South and Terre Haute. The Dorset difference. DorsetAutomotive.com.
Dorset Automotive, drive it home. Dorset Automotive, drive.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. If your company needs to hire employees now, but you don't have the time or resources to recruit effectively, LaborLink can help. Check out what our clients are saying about LaborLink.
I've been working with LaborLink since I started here with Brampton Brick. They streamline the onboarding process. Their front office staff is awesome to work with. And they also make sure you know what job environment you're getting yourself into and you're prepared before you ever step foot on site. They're a great, reliable source for all of our staffing needs.
We make recruiting easy. Start hiring with LaborLink today.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota VX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
In today's connected world, nothing is constant. Weather turns severe. Big news stories break in a flash. When everything suddenly changes, WTWO will have what you need at your fingertips. Scan the code on your screen now for the WTWO News app.
Okay, so I'm stepping on this thing and
You're gonna get naked.
I'm gonna get what?
He's one of the fittest men. Oh. No, don't give up. But how does Bob Harper fare trying the latest fitness craze? Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, today at noon on WTWO.
Thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, this young Florida girl had her dream come true. In Kentucky, she wanted to see as many horses as possible. The 9-year-old has a nervous system disorder that limits her mobility in several limbs. Her name is Corey, and she loves horses, and the Derby Museum made it possible for her to spend a lot of time there. She was able to meet Ari, one of the museum's miniature horses, and a retired thoroughbred as well. Corey's medical concerns have been limiting her to what she could do. They've never been able to go on a vacation together until this moment, a vacation to Kentucky so she could fulfill her dream. Awesome. Well, we do want to update you on the situation this midday and what's going on with Hurricane Ian. As you can see, that counterclockwise spin in a very clearly defined eye. And the latest update showing sustained winds at 155 miles per hour. This thing's going to pack a punch, and it's already impacting the entire state, if not with strong winds and rain. Certainly, the satellite shows you Florida is covered thanks to Hurricane Ian. Let's take a live look right now. This image that you're seeing is the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. That's going into Tampa, Florida. Holy cow. Obviously, no traffic, but the bridge is shaking, the winds are strong, and they're only going to continue to pick up speed as this system nears the coastline. Expected to make landfall south of Tampa now, closer to Sarasota. We've got another image. This one is from Port Charlotte, Florida, and as you can see, the seas are definitely picking up. Storm surge is going to be a big issue depending on when this thing hits with tide. There's going to be a lot of coastal flooding. This is something that'll be closely monitored throughout the rest of the day. You can stay tuned. Of course, our news team will continue to have updates. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow. Can't wait to see you then. Have a good day.
Content segments during Good Day Live were paid for by First Farmers Bank and Trust, Team Green Law, LG, PayPal, and True Earth.